So today I'm going to be taking apart this DR.PREPARE lithium iron phosphate battery. This is their 100 amp hour 12.8 volt battery. So, here's the specs for this battery. But this has a really nice case on it where everything is just screwed together. It had all of these like little weather plugs that went into the holes here covering the screws that are holding on the top of this. And then there were 3 small weather plugs that go on these little screws right here. I took all of those off and I'm pretty sure that's all I need to do to get this up. As you can see, this wasn't just a globbed case full of glue. They have weather stripping and everything here. The case feels like there's something else I need to do to get this lid off. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pop this lid off and see what else I need to do to get it up. And then we're gonna take a look inside of this battery. So it was just these screws. Again, it's just got these stainless steel screws in it here that are holding it all together on top. It does have a nice like silicone gasket here that helps keep it, water resistant, waterproof, whatever it is. And the inside of it's really nice. So I am gonna have to unplug some things and pull some stuff off so I can get an idea of the cells. I can see the BMS, of course, right here on top. But to do all of that and give you a good view, I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod and we're gonna look inside of this battery. But I am impressed. This is very clean install. Not like I see on some of the cheap batteries where they're just globbed with just glue everywhere and silicone. And this one was definitely put together nicely. It was packaged well. So I like to see ones like this. Let's dive into this. All right, so here's a view from the top. This is the BMS that's in here. They did put the connectors and put a little bit of glue on the connectors to keep these held in. I do actually like to see something like this because sometimes these connectors can just not get seated well and pop off, and then you think you have a bad battery, well really all it was just one of these connections came loose. So every one of these connections that it has here has some adhesive on it to hold them into place. Looks like there is a temperature probe right here. I'm not 100% sure. This may be just checking on the battery, maybe some more probes. This is the ribbon cable that goes to the top of this, because it has, again, this control panel here, this max power, whatever they call this thing that goes on the top of the battery. So it's going to have this ribbon cable for that, and it also has some power cable for it. The positive cables, there's 1, 2, 3, looks like 3, I don't know, what is this, 10 gauge, 8 gauge wires going to the positive terminal. And there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 10 gauge negative wires. So 3 10 gauge negatives, and it looks like 3 10 gauge positives. I don't know anything about this BMS, but here is GP100 2 version 1.3. I mean, not 100% sure, 2022. But BMS here. The bus bars on these cylinder cells, this is a battery with cylinder type cells in it. But as you can see here under the paper, it's got, looks like nice copper bus bars through all of these. And they look like they are soldered on. So yeah, looks like a quality battery. I mean, these people didn't just throw something together and, put a couple cheap bus bars on it and a cheap BMS. This looks like something that was thought out. These little sticky pads is actually what was holding the top on after I got the screws out, because these little plastic pieces here were pushing against the sticky pad and holding it. So you just have to pull up on it. But that's it. And of course, putting this thing back together, making it ready to use again is going to be no problem because it's all screwed in gaskets. And along the sides, you can see here, they didn't just pour a bunch of goop in there. There is like a rubber gasket, I guess, all the way around these cells. So they're not like glued to the side of the case. They're just all nicely wrapped and then pushed down into here. And then all of this stuff's bolted on top. Now, it is kind of hard to pull. I won't be able to pull this out real easy because I'm assuming it's probably got these sticky pads all along the bottom of this, but I can't see that. But I was trying to wiggle it out and get this out, and this is going to take some work getting it out. But I don't really need to because I got all the information I need out of this. Hope y'all liked the video. If y'all did, please subscribe to the channel. I'll have a lot more of these as I'm testing out various other batteries for solar and all the off-grid stuff we plan on doing. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.